we just got through cleaning, and there's dirt all over it. So if you look at the thumbnail, which for some reason YouTube doesn't keep the same thumbnails up when I post them on, I have to figure it out how to do it, I guess. But when I upload a thumbnail to one of these live streams, then when it shows up in somebody's subscription feeds, or even, on my channel, when somebody goes to my channel, it's not showing the thumbnail I uploaded. It's showing some kind of a weird take of one of the still images or screenshots of a point in the live stream, which is not what I wanted to do. I think I'm going to go ahead and put this on right now. A little skull cap to keep the acids and oils from my skin from breaking down the aluminum, so the aluminum doesn't absorb into my skin. That's just a theory of mine. Get it? A theory. Yeah, I'm a unique one. Which reminds me, you know how you catch a unique rabbit? Unique up on it. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. Unique up on it. So yes, I am going to be driving in public with my theorist hat on. Oh boy, finally an electric bill. I can't wait to see how much more they're charging me for those data centers. Freedom! Freedom! Thank a veteran. Thank a veteran. So yeah, I actually just got through making a very long drive yesterday, and had all my windows cleaned. I'm a window cleaner. That's an interesting thing. My whole career since early 1990s, I'm giving away my age, but early 1990s, I started, I think it was in 92 is when I started cleaning windows. We never had dirty rains in this area. And when I say dirty rains, I mean rains that bring in dirt. Welcome in. Rains that bring in dirt. Now, being a windows, and they are beautiful when I'm done. Crystal clear, sharp, not even dust on them. And then when it would rain in times past, I would notice that, hold on a second, I may not have my, I don't have my magnifying glass with me, so I'm not going to be able to read very much. I can't read the names without my magnifying glass. Sorry. Yeah, I've just been procrastinating going to the optometrist to get a new prescription for my glasses. It's been about 4 or 5 years now. Anyhow, right after I would clean the windows, if it would rain, here's what I had noted before. And this is how it's been for decades. If the building was clean, on a house or a business, if the building was clean, the rain wouldn't leave any dirt on. But if the building was dirty, the rain would wash the dirt from above the window down onto the glass, which is just kind of like, obvious. However, in the last, when was the first one? The first time I saw it take place with a dirty rain, it was back when we had, there was a huge fire in Superior, Wisconsin at an oil refinery. Now, they didn't put it out. They could have put it out right away, but they did not. They actually waited and let it burn all day, and on the radar for the satellite imagery, you could see the smoke showing up as clouds. And if you're looking at the radar, the smoke was going in one direction like this, and it was merging with a rain system that was coming in from the other direction. And when they combined together, the clouds of the rain picked up all of the particles of the smoke, and then it just dumped rain, a very dirty rain, on, I think it was 7 states, if I remember correctly. But I remember I just cleaned windows, and then right after that rain, everything was dirty. If you look at the thumbnail on my live stream, I took a picture of windows that had just gotten pounded with a dirty rain today here. But they were dirty, and when you took your finger and cleaned off that area, your finger would have black residue on it from the oil refinery pollution is what it was. Hold on, did I get all messages? Yeah, I did. Okay. I want to make sure I get all chats, because sometimes YouTube doesn't do that. I mean, always YouTube defaults the messages or the chats to what they call top comments or top chats, and what that really means is you're not going to see all of them. We're hiding some. Did I ever mention I hate censorship? Probably once or twice at least. So that was the first time. You could look up, do a fact check on me. I'm not sure. I think it was like 2021. It might have been 2020. I don't remember when the oil refinery fire was up in Superior, but it was right after that it dumped dirt rain. That was the first time in my career that I'd ever seen a dirty rain before. After that, I started seeing dirty rains in this region, and I'm in Northwest Indiana. And I remember I cleaned windows on one building. The very next day I had to come back to do it, and we had a rain overnight, and all the windows I had just cleaned were loaded with dirt because of the rain overnight. What does this have to do with a theorist hat on my head? I don't know. I'm talking. I'm breathing. I am also digesting food. Zoom. I'm zooming. Zoomies. I'm also digesting food. I'm also breathing. I said I'm breathing. I've got all sorts of processes going on inside of my body that some I'm cognitively aware of, and some I'm not. So we've had at least a dozen dirty rains since that one that I've noticed. And some of them were profoundly dirty, and some were just average dirt. But nonetheless, it is not a natural thing for the rain to bring dirt. It's just not a natural thing. One of them I noted was a dust storm that had come from Arizona and New Mexico area. And it came all the way up, and you could see it in the satellite imagery with the clouds. It showed up as a cloud coming up from the southwest of the entire country and made its way all the way up to Indiana and beyond. And it merged in with rainstorms, and it dumped one of the dirtiest. That was probably the second or third dirtiest rain I've ever seen. But I've never seen dirty rains until just a few years ago. Why is that thing on your head? Oh, this is my hat. This is my hat. It's aluminum foil. It's colloquially called a tinfoil hat. But the reason it's colloquially called a tinfoil hat is because before aluminum foil was invented, tin foil was invented, made of tin. And it left kind of a metallic flavor in with the foods when they used it for baking, and so they learned how to make aluminum foil, and it didn't leave that metallic flavor when you bake foods. But they kept the name tin foil even though it's not tin. So I'm not a sodomite, if that's what you're asking. So the stream is about rain. And the rain that has been bringing dirt onto the ground and onto the surfaces. Now, if you were to look, you'll start finding a lot of information that lends people to believe that if you believe in chemtrails, you are a tinfoil hat wearing conspiracy theorist. But if you look up stratospheric aerosol injections and cloud seeding, you will discover that yes, the Department of Defense has been experimenting and testing, is what they call it, stratospheric aerosol injections to do cloud seeding and other weather modifications. If you go to my channel and look down and scroll down through my shorts, you'll find a video I titled Paternal Twins. And you will see there that there are two airplanes that are at the exact same altitude, moving in the exact same direction. One of them is going faster than the other. And one of them has a condensation trail, which is moisture that like a vapor behind the engines that actually dissipates right away. And the other one is a stratospheric aerosol injection, which is they're trying to attempt to say that these things aren't so, but we've been watching them in the sky. You know, don't believe your lying eyes. I mean, it's literally gaslighting when they're telling you that what you can see with your own eye is not actually what you're seeing. It's repugnant to sanity, or it's dissonant to a sound mind. And that's really part of what they're trying to do. They try to depict people that investigate things and search matters out as though they are not in touch with reality. Oh boy. Oh, thankfully he moved. The guy was driving right on my booty. So I wish I could have like a camera so you could see people's faces when they observe and identify that I'm wearing an aluminum foil hat. That's what So there are certain, no, it's not illegal. There are certain, look it up, it's not illegal in Indiana. There are certain things that YouTube censors or limits exposure to. And they do tests with these channels, and one of the things that I was looking up anyway, I don't really like AI because AI continually lies to people, and you really can't trust what artificial intelligence is telling you. I actually know a man personally that is a Google engineer who believes that AI is giving only factual information. I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? He's a a computer engineer for Google. He develops some of their software and programming and stuff. Like, dude, and it was funny because about 9 months ago, he was saying that AI sucks, it can't learn, it's not good, and then all of a sudden he changed his complete outlook on it, and he's saying, oh, AI is great, AI is wonderful, AI is... I'm like, dude, do you realize that you're literally changing your worldview to something that's repugnant to what's observable? It's against nature. Artificial intelligence is 100% against nature. There's just something that to me that I see is dissonant with the frequencies of the body, which God...